Uh, Hello students. We are teaching about the discussing about the transpiration chapter 4th. So this is a part 4th one. In the last few parts we have discussed about the transpiration, its definition, introduction, types of transpiration, then stomatal structure, then opening and closing mechanisms, Steward hypothesis, then active potassium or the Lewitt discovered this theory, then various factors, internal external factors of transpiration. So now today we'll discuss about some there are we are discussing about the transpiration. Now we'll discuss the anti-transpiration. Okay, what is anti-transpiration or anti-transparent? So almost 99% of water is lost through transpiration process and only 1% is utilized for metabolic activities. So thus these loss of water results into temporary or permanent building. Okay, hence it is necessary to reduce the rate of transpiration by artificial means. Okay, this transpiration process may lose the crop productivity also. So what are the definition? The chemical applied to the plant to reduce the rate of transpiration are called as a anti-transparent. Okay, there is another definition also. Any material applied to the plants for the purpose of retarding transpiration without affecting carbon dioxide fixation in photosynthesis or any plant growth is called anti-transparent. Means what? To reduce the transpiration process, we can apply some external chemicals, okay, or any material surrounding that plant, or we can say leaf, stem, fruits, okay, to reduce the transpiration process. So that is known as the anti-transparent one. So what are the properties of anti-transparent? So it should prevent loss of water without affecting oxygen and carbon dioxide exchange of gases in plants. Okay, that is the most important point. And it should not damage the stomatal apparatus permanently. Okay, it should not affect photosynthesis and respiration process. And the next property, that is a chemical should be easily available and economically for the farmers. Economically it is wellness for the farmer. Okay, and it must affect only guard cells, okay, not the whole plant, we can, or not the stomatas opening and closing point. So these are the some properties of anti-transparent. Now what are the types of anti-transparent? So depending upon the nature and mode of action, the first point it is given, that is a film forming or physical barrier anti-transparent. So low viscosity waxes, we can say, or colorless plastics and silicone oils, when spread, okay, they form a thin film on leaf surface, forming permeable to carbon dioxide and oxygen but not water. Okay, so it causes partial closure of stomata. Okay. And the next that is a type, it is the stomatal inhibitor. So this we can say fungicide like PMA, that is phenyl mercuric acetate, is used for partial closure of stomata for more than weeks. So others such as abscisic acid, salicylic acid and aspirin are also used as an anti-transparent one. Okay. What are the applications for this anti-transparent? So in the field crops, so in a drought area where there is a less water for crops, can apply anti-transparent chemicals. Okay, so next is the use it can be used in floriculture. So anti-transparent keeps the bulk of flowers for longer time, and also useful to increase the cut life of flowers. Means what? When it has been cut, okay, the flowers have been cut and it can be uh, kept for more than 8 days. Okay, that is the cut life. After cutting, that span of life is known as the cut life. So next is it can be used in ornamental plant management. So film forming anti-transparent are used to save the ornamental plants for desiccations also. So it is also used in we can say lawn management to avoid drying during the water shortage, or it is also prevent fruit cracking during the rainwater. Yes, it happens mostly. By it can be used by applying anti-transparent to fruits and seedlings before transport for long life. Okay, so these are the some applications of anti-transparent. Now next is the guttation or guttation, some say. So Bernstein introduced this term, that is guttation. So according to this, the definition, the loss of water in liquid form from the uninjured tips or margin of the leaf. So it is very, very important one. Okay, the loss of water in a liquid form from the uninjured tips, underline this, uninjured tips or margin of the leaf, that is known as a guttation one. So it usually occurs at night time. About more than, we can say, 300 genera of about 115 families shows this guttation type of. Okay, so example we can say the equisetums are the tomato, barley, then potato, strawberry plants. So guttation is developed due to the root pressure. So water exudate in is negligible as compared to transpiration, but the guttation is done for from group of leaf cells called hedathodes present in the leaf epidermis, around which grouped several thin walled parenchyma cells show known as a epitheme. Okay, so pore of hedathodes is an incompletely developed stoma without any open and close mechanism, which is present at the tips of vein ending of leaves. At the tip of leaves we can find out this one. So hence water droplets are observed at the tips or margin of the leaves from the pores of hedathodes. So hedathodes are also known as water stomata or water glands. Okay. So this we can say Haberland, another scientist, has found two types of hedathodes. Okay, the first one is epitheme hedathodes. So and the next is the active hedathodes. So in this epitheme hedathodes, in this water is forced out in the xylem vessels by root pressure. Okay, and the next is the active hedathodes. In this water is given out by forces developed within the cells themselves. Okay. So this plant guttation of water volume ranges from, we can say, a few drops to 100 ml or more, we can say, per day from the leaves, from this leaf margin. In the cold or dry or poorly aerated soil prevents guttation. So mineral deficiency in plant also reduces the process of gutations. In this picture we can find out the guttation process at the tip of the margin or vein of the leaf, we can say. Okay, there is a hedathode is also found, vein ending, that is hedathode, leaf margin, the position of hedathodes and the structure of single hedathodes. Okay, find in the single opening of the leaf veins. Next is the exudation. It is also known as a bleeding one. So what are the definition for this? So bleeding of liquid water and sap water with the dissolved substance from injured parts of plant is known as exudation. Okay. Bleeding of liquid water and sap with the dissolved substance from injured parts of plant. That was guttation was the uninjured, and this is the injured plant. Okay. So you can differentiate it: exudation, guttation. Sorry. So the liquid water and sap with dissolved substance is known as exudates. So it occurs during the both day and night time. Water is given out in the form of liquid or latex or sap. Drink आपण ज्याला म्हणतो, ठीक आहे. It takes place through injured parts of the plant. The exudate sap contains sugar, latex, rubber, or nira, or toddy, okay, or tadi त्याला म्हणतो. The exudated product have more economical value in market. Okay. Example is agave americana, केतकी आपण त्याला म्हणतो, ठीक आहे. Then palm trees are there. So thank you very much. Okay. Finish with the chapter 4th.